Start recording. Hello there. I am Joe Crawford of artfun.com. Pretty much every day I go to this website, CSSBattle.dev, and I do the daily target, and I record myself doing it, and I'm going to do that right now. Here we go. Oh ho ho. What have we got here? Some interesting shapes. Yes? Yes. For sure. So how do we make these shapes? I think this is, so let's do the blank template. So paragraph tag. So let's make just this curvy part here. Let's see how easy or hard that is. I'm going to set margins on this paragraph element. And let's do a linear gradient. Which is green, 50%, transparent, 0, and then do 0, 100%, 100 pixels, let's say. Okay, so I've done this very specific thing, that linear gradient, and let's put it at 0. There we go. Okay, so let's add some margins. 300, 0, 300. Okay. So this is what I made, for better or for worse. I'm going to put a background color of red just so I can see what the shape of this is. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay. So this number should be 260. This number should be like 10. 22, and maybe this is 22 as well, 25 maybe, and then the height 220, 30, 40, 50. Great. How about 280? How about 290? How about 292? Okay, so this is what we made. Interesting. How about 175? How about 165? 66, 67, 68, 69. Yeah, I think this is the wrong way to do this. That's okay. Let's set a width or a height. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 85. Great. And the height of this 160, 150. There we go. So now if I get rid of this red, I got that. So now it's a matter of what border radius. 1 inch, 1 inch, 0, 0. Does that work? Oh, no, 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 no. It should be 0, 1 inch, 1 inch, 0. Does that work? It does. So I think it's kind of that simple. So we make another one. Use a negative margin, minus 100, minus 200, 230, 40, 50, 60, 70, 5, and then that's overlaying it perfectly. So then what do we do with the second one? We choose a selector so that we can target that, and we say, translate 100 pixels, 200 pixels, 300, 280 pixels, right? And then I guess we got to flip it. Oh, we need a number to be right. 270. And then we flip it upside down with a scale -1. In this case, we're flipping it not just upside down, but upside down and backwards, but that doesn't matter. And then that middle bit is my favorite conic gradient. Conic gradient at 100 pixels. 50 pixels, blue, 75%, and then green, 0, and we move it over. 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, and then down about 100 pixels, 110. And then we change the center of that to be 200. Great. And 60, 70, 80, 80 tall. And that's how I do this one. Are there other choices? Oh, there always are other choices, but this is how I chose to do it today. That's oh, we're not at 100% match. Look at that. Even though it looks pixel perfect to me, it's not. Let's, instead of inches, I'm going to try pixels. $60, $70, $80, $90, $91, $92, $93, $94, $95, $96. Is that any better? I don't know. We're going to find out. I don't see what's the problem is with this diff, but it's possible. Yeah, we got some problems. This might be a fun one, which is to say a trickier one. So what do we need to do there to make this work? What issue are we having? Because I don't see the problem. And in the diff, I don't see the problem. Yeah, I don't see what's wrong. So that's fun. I mean, not really fun, but it's a little fun. All right, so what should we do to fix this? One thing we can do is I'm going to delete the second one of these, and I'm just going to make one. And I'm going to choose a border radius of just 96, but I'm going to make it wider, right? So this final margin number, I'm going to increase to have, or change to be negative, minus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 52, 45, 6, 7. Okay. And now what I'll do is have that be a little different. And I'm going to add a no repeat, or repeat Y. And then I'm going to set a width to it to be, what, 10 pixels? Okay. Is this any better? I don't think so, but you never know. So now that translate number is going to change a little bit. 10, 20, 30, 40. Let's see. 42, 38, 39. That's interesting. That is not a number I expect, but it might work. Let's see if it works. Still 99.9%. Okay. What do we need to do? I absolutely feel inclined to change up how we're doing this. Background, right? So what do we need to do that? How about some radial gradients? At 0, 100%, green, 20 pixels, transparent. One Q, a keyword circle, and let's move it. Okay, So I'm just going to do this very manually. So look at that curve. That curve is very specific and not really fitting very well. So let's change the vertical 205. That seems to do it. Okay. So we're going to do that same thing 4 times. Okay. And okay. And so we have 30 pixels minus 205, and then we have 370 pixels minus 205. So let's make those negative and change. So I'm going to change this color so I can see it. So that's the one I want. And instead of 0, 100%, I want 0. Let's do 0, 0. And I think that's now in the right place. And then I'm going to change this color and make it yellow so I can see it. And that should be, so we're at 0, 100%, 100%, 100%, 0, 0. And I guess we need 100% 0 is the next one that we need to do. In terms of the pattern, there it is. So then we move that over. How about, that'll be 370? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Great. Change that yellow. We've still got that conic gradient. So we just need these, we need these little dashes, yeah. So rather than, I'm going to comment out this conic gradient because I want to look at this with fresh eyes now that I know that I have other gradients to do. So those are my circles. So what's the way to create that shape? I think what it makes me want to do is instead of on the, have this be on the body. So okay, so let's add the blue. And now I'm going to make a paragraph element just because I feel like the conic gradient might be part of the problem of not getting to 100%. It's possible that it was fine, but so I'm going to do background orange. Okay, so what do we need? Height 100. So now I want to push this down with margins. Margin 10. Margin 10, oh no, 50, 20, 22, 8, 9, okay. And then it's a matter of making a background to match that. So I am going to do a conic gradient, I think. Yeah. And in fact, I think I'm going to do a repeating. No, that's not right. That's not what I'm doing. Just a conic gradient. Moved over 10 pixels, 10 pixels. And I'm going to add a no repeat. That's for, so again, for sanity's sake, yellow. Oh no, I do want repeating, don't I? So that's how you make a checkerboard. I'm going to move that, I'm going to push that downward and push it over as well. 60, 70. And then the width is and if I let it repeat, will it work? It will. So now I want to replace those colors, don't I? So blue gets replaced with green. Plop. And then yellow gets replaced with, I think transparent will do it. All right, let's submit that and see. Is this a great solution? No, but we weren't able to get to 100%. Okay, let's try again. I don't think this is one that we're going to not get to 100% on, but it's possible we won't get to 100% on it. There's 100%. Okay, so I don't know why we had trouble with the initial solution. This is a legitimate way to do this, but it's also a little on the odd side. That's kind of how it goes sometimes. Don't get too locked into your solution because you might need to go another way. So let's minify, unit replace. Not particularly pretty code, not really, but we got to 100%, which is always our goal. A little longer than I wished this had gone, but again, that's the joy and pain of CSS Battle. So, all right, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Go make a webpage. I'll see you around. Bye.